Oh, I just wanna feel good. I just wanna do better. I just wanna be smooth. I just wanna make you special. I just wanna be with you, cause for you, I change the weather. I just wanna chill with the gang, and will I change? Oh, never. I don't wanna be without you. I don't wanna go away. I don't wanna sleep without you, but I'm never home anyway. I don't wanna argue now. We could do that another day. I don't wanna leave you now, but when I'm gone, you'll be okay. I remember when I said I got older, I would never ever fall again. Now I'm sitting here after I got older, and I'm wishing I was small again. Wish I could grow big and tall again. Wish I could never get scarred again. I wish I went harder, but I went farther. My bitch just asked for my card again. Thought I was on this shit, but I own this shit. Just look at my accomplishments. And if you can't rock it, look in my pocket and see these bitches is bottomless. I don't really care too much for the detail. But if I'm there, I'll be damned if we fail. I really hope that you know that I just mean well. I wrote you a letter, left it on your email. I know I owe you an apology. I should've picked up when you called on me. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna do better. I just wanna be smooth. I just wanna make you special. I just wanna be with you, cause for you, I change.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
I just wanna chill with the gang, and will I change? Oh, never. I don't wanna be.
I hear you, Lev Jensen. I hear you.
I don't wanna sleep without you, but I'm never home anyway. I don't wanna argue now. We could do that another day. I don't wanna leave you now, but when I'm gone, you'll be okay. 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 You'll be okay.
Okay. All right. I like that. Shout out Lev Jensen. Man, he's a local Cincinnati artist. Hopefully he won't be local too much longer because that boy is nice. I rock with his album. I hope you're okay. I haven't been since last year. It's a very touching album on a lot of different ways, but it got a lot of party joints on there. He was gracious enough to let me hear some of his new joints, and I am impressed. I'm impressed with his newer music better than his older music. You know, I love growth, seeing growth in an artist, and somebody like him, I'm just happy to see where he's going to go next. But let's get to business. Welcome to Is the Hype Real podcast. I'm your boy DJ Chill, better known as John B. Give it up for your boy. You know, I do what I can. I do what I can. You know, hey, hold your applause. Hold your applause. Listen, I do it for the people. I do it for the people. So every week we come on here Thursday, 10 p.m. Uh, we definitely get on here and talk about a lot of different things that's going on in the world. Usually we have a guest or some co-hosts, but today I'm flying solo. I'm flying solo. I'm flying solo, but it's still cool. We're gonna have a good time. So if you're watching and you're tuning in, make sure you do your homework. Make sure you like, subscribe, and of course, you got to enjoy. If you got any questions to tap in with in the chat, feel free. I'm all about the chat, baby. I'm all about the chat. So, with no further ado, we're going to jump right back into the podcast and we're going to say what I want to talk about today. So, I was having a discussion with some of the guys, and the thing is it was a back and forth. So, all right. So, football season is upon us. Usually, I'm talking fantasy, but I wanted to get real in the deal, real in the field, real quick. And I want to talk about some athletes that are doing everything. So, as we know, quarterback is considered the most difficult position in football to handle. Okay, I could rock with that. So, I wanted to get some responses and thoughts from everybody on who they thought was the best dual threat quarterback of between two people. And I'm not gonna say I know who I'm gonna pick because I don't. I want the people to pick. So I got some footage, and I'm gonna start off with shout out bands the Bully and Keon A, my guys. Look forward to having y'all back. But we're gonna get into this screen. I want to get straight to it. I don't want to waste y'all time. I want to waste my time. Time is money. So first person that I want to talk about as being the greatest athlete, dual quarterback of all time is Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson is incredible. He got the dog in him mentality. He leads his team. I'm not talking about. I know he lost. You know, oh well, he's so great. Why'd he lose? The thing is not he can't play every position. He didn't fumble the ball. Derrick Henry fumbled the ball. So we won't go down that path and try to knock Lamar Jackson for being great because he is indeed great. So I want to do a breakdown of some of his highlights so we can judge how great he is. So let's get to it.
I just laugh at we're going to figure out Lamar Jackson this year.
You're not going to figure out Lamar.
You never figure out stars.
Yep,
And
you
Lamar
don't.
Jackson is a dog. That kid every year comes in, looks bigger, stronger, and faster. You don't figure out 4.35 speed from a quarterback. There's no figuring
That's
out.
crazy. That's video game against my Browns. That'll be this Sunday. Look at that. Come on. The thing is, he's running through people like a running back. He's so tough. He doesn't care about getting hit. He will sacrifice his body. The second gear and just shiftiness is crazy.
Jackson keeps it running between the
Would you guys consider Lamar Jackson one of the top? Would you consider Lamar Jackson one of the top runners of the football in the quarterback position ever? He's up there. He's definitely up there.
For Lamar.
If we were dressed up in a Madden team or a football team right now, would Lamar Jackson not be in the league? I think I picked him over Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, he's like the, I can say he's like the Jordan because he has that clutch gene. He definitely wins a lot of games. We'll say Brady. But Lamar Jackson is just such an athlete because he can do both, and he's gotten better with his passing. I think he can really take off and maybe even lead the league in passing on the move and legs, more so than a lot of guys who can just run. The thing is, Jackson is a leader, and the thing is, he's going to run. They pitched it out to Lamar. Oh my! See what I'm saying? Just the pure physicality from the quarterback position is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. He's looking to make contact. He's looking to stiff arm you. He's a quarterback.
He's in the final year of his deal. On the run here.
Yeah, put on weight last year. He said he slowed him down, so he slimmed back down and got into his nose. Look at that. Good move. Oh, that's breaking 2 tackles. Those are grown men. Those are guys. Look at the plate. Why am I Browns? You know what? I'm a loyal fan.
Start a
Shout out to the
podcast
Browns.
with Riverside. All you
So,
need is a concept and a way to.
I got
record.
Lamar as like
Here's how it works.
top 2.
First, go to Riverside.
Top 2 as far as the quarterbacks that can do something. Excuse my commercial because I'm not gonna pay to subscribe to YouTube. We doing this live off the cuffs. Make sure you like, subscribe, and enjoy because that's what we do. So Lamar is one of my top guys, and we're gonna see a little bit more of his action out here on the field because he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing with everything he does. He has a win mentality. I think his only knock is that he doesn't win in the playoffs. But there's a lot of great quarterbacks that don't win in the playoffs. Peyton Manning didn't win in the playoffs for years, and he was looked at as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Jackson keeps it.
I still think there are things that are it's a double standard for Lamar in a lot of different ways.
Jackson takes the snap. Pressure's coming.
He makes it like a
Jackson
video
lofts it
game.
up for Andrews.
He had some accuracy issues in the beginning of his career, but because he was such a supreme athlete, he's developed. I believe he passed more yards last year than he did in his whole entire career. He wouldn't won 2 back-to-back. Well, he's not back-to-back MVPs, but he won 2 MVPs. Like, how can you really not say he's great? Is it the scheme? But isn't it the scheme for all quarterbacks? If you put somebody like Patrick Mahomes in the scheme that Lamar Jackson is in, it wouldn't work. But if you put Lamar Jackson in Patrick Mahomes' scheme and still allow him to run, imagine Lamar Jackson with Andy Reid's scheme. Oh my God. No, don't take it away from his line. His line is top tier. He's had a top tier. Oh my God. Just to put him in brakes. Come on, man. That's a video game move. That's crazy. That is a video game move.
Wait to watch Lamar Jackson.
That's a
Nobody more
linebacker.
excited in the entire NFL.
That's
He
a
is
lineman.
must-see
And he
TV.
just
No
outruns
quarterback
everybody
in
else.
the history of our league has ever had
Come on.
3,000 yards passing and
Too cool.
1,000 yards
One of the
rushing in a
realest.
season. He's
And he got in a
well
little
on his
trouble
way.
last week for shoving the fan in. I'm glad the
Here's third and
NFL didn't
6.
fine to suspend him. I'm glad y'all didn't do
Lamar
that.
under pressure.
Before y'all try to
Crosby nearly
take
got
that young man out of some money or a fine. Look at that. That's amazing. It's just pure foot. Oh my! Somebody buy him some new ankles.
Rushing yards on the season. How many ankles has he broken?
Exactly. Somebody buy that guy some new ankles for Christmas. Ha! You just come. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So
This bacon
I just think the thing with Lamar is his ability to be physical with his run too. He's very physical with his run. I know. Listen. So Esther Twist just tapped in and said, "Bro, you're a Browns fan. We play the Ravens this week. Chill, yo. Hold on. Till I die. You see it in the back. I'm just saying. I'm just giving the man his praise, man. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to hate. We just talking about this. But Twist, for you, this is just the tip of the iceberg, Paul. This is just the start of the situation. We're gonna get into the reason I brought Lamar Jackson up. Okay. Josh Allen doesn't get praise. He asked me where's Josh Allen's praise. Oh, we're not gonna talk about Josh Allen, all right? Because Josh Allen to me isn't a great runner of the football like a Lamar Jackson is. But the next person that I want to talk about definitely is probably considered the greatest runner of the football ever to exist. And is that man. They made a slogan up about this man because he was so good. The Michael Vick experience. Now, if you ever played Madden when Michael Vick was Michael Vick, you would be on the 10, your 10-yard line, run all the way back to your end zone, and then run all. He was the original Madden video game character. He couldn't be touched. Let's look at some of these highlights. Mama, that's that man.
With his second offensive series. On the left hand, elusive, tucks and runs. Watch out, 50, Vick at the 40, Vick at the 30, Vick lunges to the 21.
Mike Vick.
There's a lot of space back there.
If Mike Vick played now, I would love to see what it would be.
So when Vick takes
Because
off,
it's a
those
lot
guys are
of
chasing their
different
receivers
NFL.
down
You
the
can't
field.
really hit the
This is
quarterback
what
like you
Michael
want to.
Vick was
I think he
drafted
was
to do.
faster than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson ran more with power. He was just all speed and finesse. And I think he has a bigger arm than Lamar Jackson. What do y'all think?
His feet leans to the 16-yard line.
I'm just
You don't see
saying.
anybody open. They're not covering you.
He said, when you don't see nobody open, if you don't
Off
see
the
nobody
play,
open, you're not
Vick
covering you.
takes off.
Take off.
Unbelievable.
Look at
First down and more.
He was ahead of his time. If you want to say as far as dual threat QBs, he was the Michael Jordan. He was at that time the greatest that ever did it.
Game, at least here in the second half.
And they didn't
Vick
think that he
takes
would
off
be able
on
to.
second and 10.
But the thing
Has
is,
a first
he
down
never
and
won a
more.
Super
Loses the
Bowl.
football.
He was
On
a
the
$100 million
replay,
man
yeah,
twice.
he's saying his elbow was down, and I think that's true.
Let's check it out.
Personal foul.
Cat say
Number
Lamar
41 on
better
the
than
boot.
Mike Vick for real. Vick threw picks with inaccuracy. But
They're
F
in this
Lamar.
power
All right, yeah,
out.
F Lamar.
They run out
Hey,
of it. They
Cleveland all
wanted to
day. We about
pass
to
out
put
of
him
it,
on their
though, today.
backside.
There goes Vick.
Here gonna get a couple picks.
Inside the
Michael Vick
15, inside the 10,
is so much
touchdown.
faster. You see him say he doesn't run with
28
physicality. He
yards.
ain't trying to stiff arm you. He's trying to
Michael
just run
Vick.
by you.
And look
You
at
got
the
to get a man
speed
his
and the
praise.
running
He
ability
didn't
of
have to
Michael
throw the
Vick.
ball, but he had a.
It makes everybody else look like they've got
Lamar,
molasses in
you
their
would say
shoes.
Lamar isn't even
Rockets
accurate.
have to get to
You
the
know,
28.
especially deep. I
And
think
Vick does,
Michael Vick
crossing the 28, picks
was
up the
more
first.
accurate with the deep pass. But I just want
So many times I've seen him, where somebody
That's
has
amazing.
just a complete open shot and they don't touch it.
Hey, don't
He has
touch it.
unbelievable
Look at that lane.
quickness
He
to combine that with the
If you
speed that he
put
has.
Lamar, if
He
you
gets
put
away
Michael
from
Vick
people in a small
Lamar
area
Jackson out
better than
offense,
anybody I've ever seen. He has just unbelievable
he
control of
probably
his
wins the Super
body.
Bowl, 'cause I think he's more clutch than Lamar is. And I can't knock Lamar
I'm
because
not sure
I
how
will
many
never be
times
able to
like a
compete
guy
with
from
Lamar Jackson in
behind him
football. But
was
just the
about
eye
ready to
test,
sack
look
him,
at
and
that.
all of a sudden he's
The eye
coming out
test
there
and
and running
and the tape
for a
test
first. Caught his time.
says it is
How
what it
did you
is.
know that guy was back there?
Lamar towards ACL was faster. I think he was always more power.
Vick
You
on
said-
second and
say
8.
he was
Off the play
Lamar
fake.
as
Has
fast?
some running room. Inside the 30.
That's debatable.
Inside the 20.
That's debatable. I think with pads on, Big had it. Big, to me, was the fastest player from the quarterback position with pads on.
His second
Now, Lamar
touchdown run of the game.
has better
Scored
run
from
vision.
28 earlier.
Lamar,
And he finishes
he
with
gets
173
a hole or he sees a
yards
crease,
rushing.
he'll take off.
This started out
But
to be a
the-
pass play,
But the ability, the
but it's Michael
escapability
Vick with a
is
remarkable
ridiculous.
scramble
The almost inhuman
Ridiculous.
speed
Come on.
that sends the
Who do you
Vikings
think
to another
Lamar
loss.
fashioned this
Is
game
there
around?
any doubt as to who will be the most valuable player in the NFL
Clutch,
this
big
season?
1-0, just like Jamar. Listen,
Vick spreading him out.
Vick is more
Out of the gun on
clutch
third
than
down and
Lamar.
2. Pressure put on up the middle, but he escapes that.
Vick
Coming
is
this way,
definitely more
looking to
clutch than
run.
Lamar.
Picks up the first
He's
down.
won more. He's
Anyone,
won
unless they
bigger
have a
games.
perfect
I think
angle on him
what it
that
was
can
is
catch
Lamar
him.
has a better
And you see,
speed,
they want to
and he's
rush
always
from
had a
his
better
right
defense.
side. Think he goes to the outside, even though
So
it
we
is
gotta
his
think
right
about
side.
From the 16 now, looks like a college play here. Rolling out to his left.
after
seeking room.
ACL
Freddie
surgery.
Kukoc
True.
saw that.
True,
It would have been Green Bay
but
ball.
that's neither here nor
Second and
there. I
seven.
can't tell. Hey, the snowman lasts a lot longer when they don't live in Florida. But you know, them was the breaks. It happens.
That are close to
What
being
about
as fast
Adrian
as he
Peterson?
can. You just
Adrian
see him, and he goes
Peterson
out to
tore
his
his
left, and you
whole
know you have to
leg
contain
up.
him on the left
Came back
side.
and won co
But how about
MVP
this
with
right
Peyton
side?
Manning.
He just
Co
brings it back
MVP.
here.
He should have just been MVP. Let's
49ers
talk about that.
Love Steve
So,
Young when he was going
I
up.
still think
And
Lamar
if
is
there's a
very
quarterback that he
explosive.
always wanted to
I
emulate,
still
it was
think
Steve
Lamar
Young,
is
and
one of the top runners
he has a lot
that
of the
ever
same
existed
tools that
in the
Steve Young
game.
had,
But this man right here,
including hits.
Yep.
people would just come just to see him.
Ability
Atlanta sucked
to
for
the
real.
28-yard
If
line.
he's not on that team, they go
Big
nowhere.
game is Kabir.
Nowhere.
Villamila
They-
couldn't knock
the thing
him
is,
down.
He's like Barry Sanders
Winds
on
up
the
as
old
a
Detroit Lions.
10-yard gain.
They sucked, but Barry Sanders was the man.
Spread it out on third down from the gun, third
You take
and
Vic
3.
off that team, what do they do?
Four-man
You take
Packer
Lamar
rush.
off of the team, they still win the games with Tyler Huntley. They have a great scheme.
Into Green Bay territory. To the
Don't forget when he
38-yard
did
line.
nothing on the stacked
Takes him in the
Eagles.
middle.
Stacked Eagles.
I don't know. If
Stacked
you say how would
Eagles.
you
Were they stacked? They were a good team. They had a lot of speed. I think
From the
Jonathan
40-yard line,
McNabb had more of a stacked Eagles team. Jalen Hurts has more of a stacked Eagles
Forget
team
about hitting him.
than Vic did.
Forget about
Vic's
chasing
not on
him.
that Eagles team. Do you think they do what they
Have
were
had more than their
capable of
share
doing?
thus far, giving the Falcons a first down on their
I'm saying,
42.
I don't know if they were stacked. Lamar is definitely on a more
Mark Dunn
stacked
getting a
team as
breather
far
in this possession.
O-line.
Jarius Norwood handling
And
things.
running back.
Vick is
He
back
has
to
very
throw.
good.
Being chased
Who
by
was
Charles
Lamar?
Woodson.
Who was Vic,
Takes off, looking good here.
Michael Vick's running back?
Inside the 20-yard line.
He had who?
One man
Maybe
to
Roddy
beat,
White.
and knocking
I don't
him
think
out
he
of
had Calvin
bounds
Ridley.
is Jason Kraft. And that was a scintillating
Can
run
you
by
name one
Michael
Pro
Vick,
Bowler
51
from Michael
yards
Vick's
to bring
team?
up first and goal.
Your pressure's going to come in here
You
from
could-
the
most
left
of the
side. They're going
line
to force Michael Vick
Or
back.
Pro
It's
Bowler
Josh
since
Ball,
Michael Vick been
29.
there.
Now,
Michael
look, there's
Vick took
nobody there.
over
They've
for
got
Joe
people in
Flacco.
man-to-man coverage.
I mean, Lamar
Marcus
Jackson took
Semino
over for Joe
is running
Flacco.
out to cover
Not
the
even too
fullback.
far
You
after
can't
Joe
turn your
Flacco was
back
just
on number
far
7.
removed from the
That
freaking
spin move
Super
is
Bowl.
not a good move against Michael Vick.
And he's Lamar Jackson was one of
Ever
the
seen
this
one
organization that makes
everybody
great
is
moves.
fit in their hip pocket.
The Falcons were in turmoil.
Takes off.
Stayed in turmoil.
Finally able to get a
They getting
first down
spanked
and
here,
more.
but who's the man? That's the man.
of Michael Vick.
The magic of Michael Vick.
42-yard line, first down.
He needs to do that a lot
That's just
more.
my- that's just
Don't
my-
know if
my
time
opinion.
is going to
Hold on,
allow it.
I want to get to these comments. Hold on. Let's see. It says, absolutely stacked and Andy Reid is coach. I don't think they were stacked. See, now we're going to have to go check it out. I might be wrong. I'm going to check the Migos teams. See, McFadden, Westbrook. Which one of them were in the Hall of Fame? Neither. Who we have? Deshaun Jackson as a receiver. Deshaun Jackson will never be in the Hall of Fame. Derrick Henry will be in the Hall of Fame. If Zay Flowers has a career like he's playing, he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Let's think about that. That's okay. So you say I'm talking about on the Falcons. You haven't named one Falcon. Name one Falcon, Atlanta Falcon, that was able to help carry him. Just before you can say he did nothing. Lamar Jackson can turn around and hand it off to King Henry. And before he had other running backs that could handle things. Lamar Jackson never had real receivers until Zay Flowers showed up. Let's see. He had a good team on the Eagles. Falcons were bad. That's all I'm saying. He did. But you're saying he never had a good team. All right, let's look. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let's look up this this great team that he had. I want to see this. Let's take it to the board. All right. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna look it up. I usually don't look it up. Let's see. Michael Vick. Let's see. Vick Eagles. Let's make it easy. Roster. See what pops up. The Philadelphia Eagles. Is that 2010? Let's see. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's see how stacked they were. Okay. I got you. Let's talk about this. Since you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. All right, I got you. All right. So Michael Vick, LeSean McCoy. Okay, I give you that. And Deshaun Jackson. Other than that, so that's a running back and a wide receiver. Jeremy Maclin, Brent Selleck, Clay Harbor, Jason Peters. Young Jason Peters was nice. But the rest of the line, trash. Let's check out the defense. Ja'Cory Parker, Mike Patterson, Antonio Dixon, Trent Cole. I'm not seeing anybody that's going to help him do anything. Do you? I can't see one Hall of Famer. LeSean McCoy is not a Hall of Famer. Deshaun Jackson's not a Hall of Famer. Jeremy Maclin probably didn't even last that long, bro. Like, there's no way you can tell me that Michael Vick had this super stacked team, because he didn't. Okay? Let's talk about it. Oh, okay, he had Asante Samuel. That was old Asante Samuel. He's 29. So he did have 7 interceptions that season. So the defense was solid, but I just don't. Let's look at the yardage. Mike Vick had 3,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 100 rushes with 676 yards and 9 rushing touchdowns. LeSean McCoy, the running back, had just over 1,000 yards, had almost 600 yards receiving. The wide receiver had over 1,000 yards, and he had 104 yards rushing. So Michael Vick had 3,000 yards, and his lead receiver had over 1,000, only had 6 touchdowns. Other than that, I can't really see anybody else that was making major impacts. Brent Selleck, 42 catches, 5'11". Jeremy Maclin had under 1,000 yards. Who the hell is Jeremy Maclin? He ain't nobody without Michael Vick. That's just me getting into it. And we're going to check Lamar Jackson's team since we going dot for dot. Let's check out the chat. Let's see what the chat talking about. See, especially at time, top running back. Oh, he was. Come on, you reaching. Asante Samuels is prime at 29? Not really. Not really. He was. I said the defense was solid, but on offense, he plays offense. What playmakers besides a wide receiver and a running back? He was running for his life. He ran for almost 700 yards, and this is older Michael Vick. This is after he got out of jail for the pit bull fighting. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Lamar Jackson, I can't say he's greater than Michael Vick because he's honed his game around Michael Vick. And we can check out. I want to check out Michael Vick. I want to check out Lamar Jackson's team since we're looking at teams. Let's figure out Lamar Jackson's team since we checked out
Patriots
right now.
Jackson off his back foot, lofting for the end zone. Mark Andrews.
Let's look at the Ravens route. Look at that. His power. I just don't think he would ever. If you put Michael Vick on the Ravens right now, he would be a Super Bowl champion. That's my opinion. Because Vick didn't pass.
He's strong enough. If they watch him pull away from Blackson right there, and then the balance, and then
one wide receiver
down at 1, and they work out of an empty set.
At least McNabb, when he had a stacked team, he had T.O., he had McCoy, he had all of those dudes. Come on, man. And he had a whole nother, he had running back, and he had Andy Reid. And with a stacked team, they went to the NFC Championship like 4 times in a row and the Super Bowl once. That's a stacked team.
Lamar Jackson is significantly better than Cam Newton.
The Eagles
First 3 years
or
not
the Ravens?
Not even remotely close.
Atlanta Falcons.
He's
I'm talking
faster.
about Atlanta Falcons. Vick.
He's more
think
mature.
that the Eagles Vick
I trust him throwing the football.
I got the roster right here.
This kid's a savant.
I'm gonna pause this real quick. I got the roster right here for your boy Michael Vick. Not Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson. They're showing so much love to Lamar. I think Vick is one of the greatest, and I'm saying he's the greatest because despite his team being ass, he still was above and beyond a great quarterback for what he did. So let's check out the Baltimore Ravens line right now. Jair Alexander, possible Hall of Famer. Rasheen Ali, never heard of him. Mark Andrews, come on, man. Before last year, he dropped that pass in the end zone. He was looked at it was going to be a Hall of Fame lock. Everybody was getting him in fantasy football or whatnot. Rashad Bateman, they just gave him the bag. He was a first-round pick? All right. Awuzie. And didn't he go to Ohio State? Come on, man. These are killers, man. Zay Flowers. Cleveland is the dude Cleveland. He's a 5-year vet. He's amazing. Came from Georgia. Like their line is amazing. King Henry, Kyle Hamilton. You see him on the screen all the time. He might as well be freaking Ed Reed. DeAndre Hopkins. You telling me this team is not stacked? It's hard to not cover everybody on top of still having to deal with Lamar Jackson being elite. I'm just saying it is what it is. The Ravens a better squad, but Vic had a good team and did nothing. He did not have a better team than this. Let's look up Michael Vick's. I'm gonna let Lamar Jackson's highlights finish playing, and I want to look up the Atlanta Falcons Michael Vick team when he was the Michael Vick experience. That's what I want to see. That's what we about to look at right now.
Keeps it himself up the middle.
That's
He's got
what
room. Lamar Jackson, open field, inside the 20. He is in. Showing pressure. Here they come, and look out. That's what he'll do against pressure.
Okay, let's look at
He's
this.
stepping up and now on his way. 20, 30, 40. Mark Ingram. Oh, the fake to Ingram. The keeper by Jackson. Jackson with running room. Shotgun. Jackson out of the pocket. Jackson trying to run for it. Jackson avoids, spins. He's in. Touchdown.
All right, so this is off the fly. You know what I mean? Okay. His team is stacked. You can tell me what you want. Lamar Jackson's team is stacked, bro. It is stacked. Just because they ain't household names don't mean they ain't stacked. All right. So, and I'm a Cleveland fan. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. All right, so let's look at Michael Vick. Let's look at Michael Vick's team. Since he had this stacked team, he said don't sleep on their roster. Old Hopkins, chill. Didn't he just catch a touchdown like this, one-handed? Come on, man. Against the Buffalo Bills, who are supposed to be a top defense in the NFL. Would you not consider him as a 3 to be an amazing wide receiver 3? Let's be real about it. Let's be real about it. Who was Vick's best receiver? Exactly. Who was Michael Vick's best receiver? I don't know. You don't know. Who? Maybe Roddy White? I got the roster. I'm pulling it up right now. I want to talk about it since we're talking about it. I definitely think Michael Vick carried every team he was on, including the Eagles. That's why I say he's a better dual threat quarterback than Lamar Jackson. And it's just that simple. To me, like it's pretty plain sense. All right, Wikipedia. We can't trust it, but we're gonna go with it. So Michael Vick, Warrick Dunn. Okay, I give you Warrick Dunn. Let's check out these receivers. James Elliott, Michael Jenkins, Adam Jennings, Ashley Lee. Like I said, Roddy White. Roddy White was his number one receiver when Vick was in his prime. Roddy White. I'm not hating on Roddy White. Roddy White is solid, but will Roddy White ever be in the Hall of Fame? Would Roddy White be a number one on anybody's team but Michael Vick if Michael Vick wasn't the driving force? Michael Vick, it was a force multiplier. He's like LeBron. He's making everybody around him better because he's so great. I'm just saying, Lamar Jackson, without that line and that scheme, would not be better than Michael Vick. They didn't have a scheme for Michael Vick. Everything was off the cusp because he had to run for his life because his line was trash. Trash. Let's see. Who's Lamar's best receiver? Zay Flowers. So you wouldn't say Zay Flowers isn't amazing? Rashad Bateman almost led the league in touchdowns last year. He almost led the league in touchdowns last year. Come on now. He had like, what, 15, 16 touchdowns? You know? Okay, so we say who's best? Let's see. Deshaun Jackson, maybe. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson was probably his best receiver. And was he ever really a one? Or was he just a speedster that was able to get open? Would you rather have Zay Flowers or Deshaun Jackson? I think I'd take Zay Flowers because he runs better routes. Deshaun Jackson was just, if he couldn't get by you, he was a non-factor. You play top coverage on him, he doesn't make impact. And it's just it wasn't his game. 66 versus the world say Cam Newton. Cam Newton was not an elite runner with the ball. He was just bigger than everybody. He was 6'6", 250 something pounds. It's not like he was a speedster, but he was able to run over you. Why do you think his body broke down? His body broke down so crazy because he was always trying to run somebody over. He didn't know how to slide. Michael Vick got down. You seen it in the highlights. He stayed getting the hell out the way. And it's just that simple. He mid. Mike Vick? Oh, you talking about Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers being mid. Similar to Vick's receivers. No, it's not. Even though Mark Andrews dropped the ball, you can't name me the tight end that Michael Vick had. Andrews is a household name for most people who really watch football. Zay Flowers is not a household name for most people who really watch football. Even people know who Rashad Bateman is. He had Antonio Brown for a minute, didn't he? Didn't Lamar Jackson have Antonio Brown before he went all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? I'm just saying. Jackson or Zay Flowers? I'm taking Zay. I'm taking Zay. Because he's playing the one right now. Jackson always lined up in the slot and was a speedster receiver. Let's look at Deshaun Jackson's stats. Let's look at, since we're going off the beaten path, but I want to see his stats now because it's not like he was this gladiator of a wide receiver. Okay, so let's see his stats, his professional stats. Let's pull it up. Okay, 2008 season, 2009 season. This is his verticals. Where is this at? Okay, I'll pull it up right now. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, we can talk about it. So Lamar Jackson, this was the top receiver that Michael Vick had in that season. What was it, 2010? Let's go 2010. Okay, he skipped voluntary camp. Woo. He had some big games, but I don't see. Let's see, 1,000 yards. Okay, he got 1,000 yards. The average receiver is giving you 1,000 yards. Zay Flowers is going to give you more than 1,000 yards. Let's be real about it. You don't think Zay Flowers is going to give Lamar Jackson 1,000 yards? So does that make Deshaun Jackson that much better? It's because he was faster. You know why he was so explosive? Because Vick had the cannon. Do you think Lamar Jackson has the same arm strength as Vick? They both were inaccurate. It ain't like neither one of them was Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. We're not going to put a dynamic on complexion. We're just going to say that none of them were as accurate as the other quarterbacks. It's just that simple. Okay, so with the let's see, where was he at? With the Baltimore Ravens, Deshaun Jackson was on the Baltimore Ravens? Forgot about that. So games played. 2008, he had 912 yards, 2 TDs. Okay, the year with Vick, he had 1,000 yards, 6 TDs. So he was a steady 1,000. We'll say he was a 1,000-yard receiver, but I don't see him. Is he elite? Is Deshaun Jackson an elite receiver? Is he? I don't think so. Okay, so let's check out Zay Flowers. Do you think Zay Flowers has the opportunity to be an elite receiver? I think so. Came in, they drafted him to be elite receiver. He's gonna take Rashad Bateman's place. That's why he's getting he's the number one target. We're not gonna talk about size because Devontae Smith won the Heisman and he ain't nothing but 5'9", 175 pounds. If you're good, you're good. It don't matter. But that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to Zay has never had 6 TDs. How long has he been in the league? I'm about to pull up the stats. Let's pull up the stats. Let's check the Carfax. Show me the Carfax, man. Let's look at it. Didn't he have a season-ending injury? Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's see the stats. Okay. Bring it up right now. But you say he's never had 6 TDs? Okay. That's it. That's fair. Let's look at it. Never had 6 TDs. Okay. So he had 5, 4, and when he got in his week 1, he's only been been in the league 3 years. Okay. Almost 1,000 yards as a rookie, 1,000 yards last year, and right now he's already at 143, averaging 20 yards a catch with a touchdown. So at that pace, he's going to get 6. So so would you like to make a side bet to say he gets more than 6 touchdowns this year? I'll take that bet. They're not similar. Zay Flowers is a better route runner. You laughing at 858? Let's see what Deshaun Jackson had as a rookie. And that's when before they changed to a passing offense. This dude is 5'9", 182 pounds. Okay. So it's not like he's this giant killer and he's still out there carving people up. I get what you're saying, 185. And that was as a rookie. He ain't been in the league. It's his 3rd year. And I think he got hurt that year. Let's talk about it. That's why he wasn't I don't think he even played the whole season. He definitely didn't play the whole season because he got hurt. Look, played not due to injury. Okay, so it was 24. So he would have had more touchdowns in 2024 had he not got hurt when they switched to a passing offense. I guarantee you. He's had 1,000. Yeah, you said okay. So he says he's had 1,000 once. He's only been in the league 2 years. He almost had 1,000 yards as a rookie. This is his first year, rookie year. Next year, 1,000, averaging 14. He's already averaging more. He goes up. He's doubling what he had as a rookie. He's doubling it. 16 games as a rookie when they were just switching to a passing offense. So this year, they're passing the ball like crazy. He has 7 catches for 143 yards. My man Zay go say, yeah, I'm taking Zay. Of course, he's a better route runner. Deshaun Jackson, not disrespecting him, was a streamlined guy. He was a streamlined guy. If y'all want to break down the tape, I can make the live reaction. We can go Zay Flowers versus Deshaun Jackson. And Deshaun Jackson, where's his biggest memory of him being great? It was with who? Mike Vick. Everybody else he was with, he was an afterthought. He might have a big touchdown here. He might have a big touchdown there. But other than that, he was not an every down, we looking for this guy receiver on any team he was on. Zay Flowers could go to another team and depend on what team it is, probably be the number one or challenge in targets for the number one spot. So to say they're similar because of their stature is one thing, but I think talent-wise, Zay Flowers just has it. That's just the tape don't lie. You put that tape on, Zay Flowers is a better route runner. He was a better prospect. Deshaun Jackson is a burner. He's a burner. So if you start in the fantasy football draft and you can draft Zay Flowers or Deshaun Jackson, you on the clock, who you taking? Well, we'll just say Michael Vick is quarterback of both in that draft. We'll put it like that. You don't know about being a better Zay Flower being a better prospect than Deshaun Jackson? Let's all right. Let's see. When was Zay Flowers? Zay Flowers Zay Flowers was drafted when? Let's see. I want to see when was he drafted. And let's look at the accolades. Okay, we'll go with accolades first. So we'll break it down. I don't know how we switched the quarterbacks because y'all trying to say that Deshaun Jackson is just carrying Michael Vick, and I can't let y'all ride with that. Let's see. It's Deshaun Jackson. I'm drafting him. You just trolling. It's okay. I appreciate it. Look, first round draft pick coming. Who is Zay Flowers? Come on, man. First round draft pick, wide receiver, Pro Bowler in 2024. That was the campaign after his rookie season. That's his second year. He's a Pro Bowler. He's a Pro Bowler. In college, three-time All-American, 2-time first team All-American. You know what I mean? The guy is accolade on top of accolade on top of accolade. Yeah, he went to Boston College, but that's a D1 school. It's a D1 school. So let's see. He was the first Tyreek Hill Vic just asked. I can't say that Vic was asked. I just think that if you are a one-trick pony, like Deshaun Jackson was, if you play over-the-top coverage, then he will not be able to get away from what the coverage is. Why Zay Flowers is a better route runner, and he has the speed to go along with it. I'm going to pull up Deshaun Jackson. I don't know. We're supposed to be talking about quarterbacks, but y'all want to go down this path with Deshaun Jackson. Like he's just that dude. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's see. I want to see when he was drafted. If anybody knows when Deshaun Jackson was drafted, what round and all that, just let me know. Let's see. Earlier in life. Let's see. College career, professional career. Where was he drafted? Okay. Going in 2000 NFL draft. Let's see. I'll pull it up so that way y'all don't think I'm lying. I don't want nobody do it. Let's see. He can't run though. Oh man, Deshaun Jackson can run his ass. Oh, you talking about Zay Flowers? Yeah. Okay, so they're the same stature, 5'9", 169 pounds. Okay, so going to the 2008 NFL draft, Jackson was considered one of the top 10 wide receivers available in the draft class with many talented wideouts. The only knock on Jackson was his small frame, which I can believe. During the draft period, Hall of Fame wide receiver Jerry Rice quoted by saying that Jackson has all the talent in the world. So he has all the talent in the world, says Hall of Famer Jerry Rice. And in his entire career, what came of it? Okay. I want to see how many. I want to see the statistics. I want to see his accomplishments. Where is your pre-draft, first draft stint? We don't even say where he was drafted. Maybe I'm overlooking. If y'all see it, call it out. Where was Deshaun Jackson drafted? What round? What pick? Because Zay Flowers was the first overall pick, and this is only his third year. I'm just saying. Think about that. It's his third year. So, okay, so you said his first year he beat him. Okay, but second year he on his backside, and his third year. So, Zay Flowers, I will put money on the line, is going to have a better stat line in his third year, health pending, than Deshaun Jackson did. If anybody like to take that bet, you can tap in. I guarantee it. So the thing is everybody. So it's all started when he got off track. Is I believe that Michael Vick, the Michael Vick experience, is way better as a quarterback dual threat than Lamar Jackson. '49th overall. I told you he was a better toted prospect than Deshaun Jackson. I appreciate you for finding that for me. Thank you. First overall pick, 4th round pick. He wasn't even supposed to possibly come. He can have all the talent in the world. I can cook pretty damn good, but I'm not up there with Jordan Ramsey, am I? It's just the way it works out. So this is not FanDuel. It's not FanDuel, but if it was FanDuel, you will take Zay Flowers over Deshaun Jackson. Vic's a better runner. Jackson's a better passer, so a better QB. So if that's the case, Super Bowl champion Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback because he's able to, quote unquote, manage the game. Vic didn't have anybody to throw to. Deshaun Jackson is not him. Zay Flowers might be him. Rashad Bateman should have been him. I think he was another first-round wide receiver. I think talent-wise, Lamar Jackson has always had better talent on the offensive side of the ball, including line, than Michael Vick ever had. Okay, Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, that's a watch. Then you go Derrick Henry, LaShawn McCoy. And then you go Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely at tight end, and who at tight end for Michael Vick at any stop in his career. Okay, so you got Roddy White and Deshaun Jackson in two different team tenures. And then for Lamar Jackson, you got Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman. He also had Antonio Brown. And he had the other, I think it's Antoine. He was from the Cardinals. He was a big Antoine. His name escapes me. So you can't tell me he hasn't had talent around him. Lamar Jackson is just developing into a passer because he has better talent around him. He has a better line around him, which allows him to develop because they can't just focus on him. Every team Michael Vick was on, they focused on Michael Vick. That's why everybody else was able to get their funky off. Nah, the Eagles great. They are. So that's my thing because he has so much talent. Like you even said out of your typing, your fingers, that Hurts ain't do much for their championship run because he has so much talent. So I say Lamar Jackson doesn't do as much as Michael Vick did because Michael Vick doesn't have the talent that Lamar Jackson has. That's my point that I'm trying to say. If you took Michael Vick and put him on the now Lamar Jackson team with that line, that running back, those tight ends, and that receiver, and if you want to throw in a defense, we're just throwing them in there just for shits and giggles. Excuse my language. That he would not probably give them a better chance to win a Super Bowl. If you put Michael Vick, prime Michael Vick, on the Baltimore Ravens today, would he not have a better chance at winning a Super Bowl than Lamar Jackson? And I know if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. But I'm just saying, if you really think about that dynamic, because the whole scheme is made around Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. They had to revamp it so that way he can start passing the ball more because he was complaining he wanted to pass the ball because he had the ability to. But you know why they didn't in the middle? Because his accuracy was trash. Michael Vick was known as a runner. He got drafted as a runner. So when he's taking off, nobody expects him to they're not drafting receivers. They're trying to draft linemen and defense. The Falcons defense was way better. The Eagles defense was way better. I want to see one more thing. And then we're going to wrap it up. Let's see. We comparing LeBron to Magic Johnson. Okay, so that's a good conversation right there. That is a great conversation. So who would be LeBron and who would be Magic? Will Michael Vick be Magic and Lamar be LeBron, or will LeBron be Michael Vick because he elevated his team? And Magic, when he came onto the team, he still had a lot of great players around him on the Lakers. People forget that. When he won his first championship, didn't he still have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Didn't he still have a lot of Hall of Fame worthy, superstars on his team? I think the one when he had to play center was the one that he really took over. And that's because who got hurt at center? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the man who led the league in points scored before LeBron took his spot. You know who LeBron. No, I don't know who's LeBron. I just want to see who you say. Magic is old Vic. players evolve. Okay, players evolve. But where would you say Lamar Jackson got his whole game plan from? They didn't make game plans for Michael Vick. They didn't have the QB read for Mike Vick. Mike Vick would just drop back, see nobody's open because his receivers were trash, and take off. That was his game plan. Oh man, they suck. Take off. Like that's what he did. He had no other option. His running game was mediocre and his receivers were trash. Trash for NFL standard, because I probably couldn't guard them and I can't outrun them. I'm not hating. I'm just saying for NFL standards, they were not the best. Roddy White was young Roddy White, and he was made to look good by Michael Vick. Other than that, what other? I mean, I'm getting pumped. Messing up my camera. Let me fix me. That's how you know it's live. What other receiver can you name me from the Falcons? So this is a great conversation, and I appreciate the chat for tapping in. I'm glad. I love it. I love the back and forth. He learned from Vic, corrected his flaws, and became a better passer. He became a better passer because he had a better O-line and better receivers. Just that simple. It don't matter how great of a passer you are unless you have the ultimate scheme. The only person I know that did great with quote-unquote mediocre to bad receivers were people like Tom Brady. Tom Brady did not have A1. His best receiver was an undersized slot receiver, kind of like Zay Flowers, but Zay Flowers is faster and a better route runner. Julian Edelman and Wes Welker. The only time he had a prime wide receiver, they almost went undefeated the whole season, including the Super Bowl when Randy Moss was there. You give Michael Vick Randy Moss, what do you think's going to happen? You give Michael Vick Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman, and Derrick Henry, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to be competing for a Super Bowl every year also. So it is that just proves itself. Hype is Real Podcast. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And I hope y'all enjoying. Tap in. We get this chat going crazy. This man got something to say today. The Falcons were bad. We all agree. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So that's why I say Michael Vick was better than Lamar. Now, Lamar might be a better passer now, but when he came in the league, everybody laughed at the Ravens because they said, why would you pick up this guy? He's not really a passer. He's just a running quarterback. He's not going to be able to make it in the NFL. And I'm glad that he showed that he could, and he's won 2 NFL MVPs since then. But he got to close it out. I hope he don't against the Browns. I hope he go 0 for 30 and rush for -5 yards. It's just I don't agree. Watch Louisville Action Jackson. That's him going against college athletes. I say that about a lot of college athletes because when you are the fastest or the strongest or the tallest, you're gonna be better than a lot of college athletes. Most college athletes don't make it to the pros, and the ones who even get drafted or get picked up in free agency don't make it on teams. Or they're so buried on the roster that they never get any shine. There's very few superstars. There's very few stars. There's a lot of good players, and there's even more average players for NFL standard. So if you're going to use the debate of Action Jackson at Louisville, he was the fastest, he was the most elusive, and he wasn't even in a power conference. If he was in the SEC doing all that with Texas and Ohio State and so forth and so on, then he would be absolutely amazing. Did you see Michael Vick at Virginia Tech? That's what you want to go back to. Michael Vick was stellar. He was elite. He was more known in college than Lamar Jackson was. Agree, disagree? I'll wait. I got a couple more minutes before I got to get out of here. That's what I'm saying. So I go with Vic. They ain't never said the Lamar Jackson experience. They only say the Michael Vick experience. And I usually don't lean on the old heads. Because, I think Brian is the GOAT. Uh-oh. I think I might have started something for everybody watching. I said it, and I meant it. And if anybody want to have that discussion, I'm down. But next week, we going to get out of here. It's the Hype Real Podcast. We live every Thursday and Sunday. I had to think about that, but it's the same time every time. Make sure y'all like and subscribe on YouTube, Twitch. We're on TikTok, Instagram. We on everything. We're gonna keep expanding. Shout out to my co-host. They couldn't pull up today, but they definitely gonna get back into it. Life be lifing. Next week we got my main man, 6:23 a.m. He gonna pull up, and we already got it locked in. We're gonna do some deep diving on a lot of artists, new and old, and we're gonna have some great conversation, and it's gonna be real fun. I want y'all to tap in and let me know if there's anything that y'all want us to debate about as far as artists and whatnot. Hold on, my man tapped in and say, I just heard Derrick Henry had 12,000 rushing yards in high school. Come on, man. You put him next to Lamar Jackson. What do you think Lamar Jackson is going to look like? I think Lamar Jackson has a better team than Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson has a better team than Patrick Mahomes. The only one that has a better team than Lamar Jackson and does less is Jalen Hurts. But if you put Lamar Jackson on the Philadelphia Eagles, they might win it 2-3 times in a row. But that's what I mean, because he is that elite. Jalen Hurts couldn't hold a candle to Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick, and Jalen Hurts is really good. He's really good. He said, well, we'll see on Sunday. Hey, bro. We will see on Sunday. I just think that our defense, and we're going down the rabbit hole, I think that the Browns defense can keep up with them. Can the offense and that person we call a kicker handle their side of things? Because the Baltimore defense looks electric this year. We give all them points up to the Bills, but that's the Bills. That's the MVP of the league. He's gonna do what he do. They have their battles. They almost have a rivalry with one another. So you say that's why Josh Allen and Pat are great. True. You got me there. But we talking about dual threat running backs. Is Josh Allen a better dual threat running back than Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick? Is Patrick Mahomes a better dual threat running back than Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick? They're better passers of the football. And I don't think Josh Allen is a supremely better passer of the football. I think he has a stronger arm and he's slightly more accurate. But Josh Allen had the most turnovers in football just last year, I believe. Like, he throws an interception a game. He averages it. Josh Allen is better than Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson. Man, you trolling right now. I can't show y'all what I'm drinking. They don't sponsor me. So, supremely better for sure. You cannot be serious right now. So if you're starting a team, you're taking Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick. Vick was faster, but not as accurate as Lamar. See, Lamar wasn't accurate when he came into the league. He got accurate. And as Michael Vick developed, he got more accurate. I think short and intermediate throws, Michael Vick was not as good as Lamar Jackson. But I think the deep ball, Lamar Jackson can't hold a candle to Michael Vick. It's just, that's been seen and shown and proven. I mean, a dual threat. You said a dual threat. Well, I did say Josh Allen is more accurate than Lamar Jackson. So, but he's not a better runner. He's not a better runner. And it is what it is. He's not a better runner. Josh better dual threat than Lamar because of pass. Yeah, I agree. But he's not a better runner. Unfortunately, better. He's not a better runner than Lamar Jackson. Why do you think he can't get in on a tush push? How many times I've never seen Lamar Jackson? He's great in the open field because he's bigger than everybody. He's stronger than a lot of DBs. He's faster than a lot of linemen and linebackers. And he's tough. He got dog in him. Not afraid to take a hit. But he is not a better runner than Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson is not a better runner than Michael Vick. Can't be. Josh Allen is better than both. I'm sorry, dog. You must got him on your fantasy team somewhere or something. Because there ain't no way that you really feel that way, man. But if that's your opinion, I respect it. I respect it. We can go on and on about this, and I hope we do. I appreciate everybody for pulling up and showing out and doing their thing. As I say, as always, look down at it. Your to-do list, like, subscribe, enjoy. I need y'all to make sure y'all subscribe and retweet and share because we got to get this community popping. You know what I mean? We're going to talk a little fantasy football on Sunday. I'm going to come on probably about after the 1 o'clock games. We're going to check the stats out. I'm going to have some tips and tricks for people. I did a podcast last week and did tips and tricks and got some good reviews about that. And some people listen in some of my leagues, and I think it shot me in the ass. But that's okay. Excuse my language. So make sure you do your homework on all platforms. It's the Hype Real Podcast. Every Sunday, we go live with the live reaction. Every Thursday, we go live 10 p.m. Next week, got my main man, 6:23 a.m. Make sure y'all pull up, show out, pop off, all that good stuff. And we appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do. If y'all got anything y'all want me to talk about, tap in on my Instagram. You get me over there. Or on my TikTok is that TikTok is the Hype Real Podcast. So that way we can get some of y'all subjects on here. We can get some of y'all thoughts on here. And I like the debate. I like the back and forth. I want all the smoke. My man Soldier Man said before we get out of here, I want to see what he's talking about. He said, we will see how good of a runner he is on Sunday. He will be running from Myles then. Yes, he will be running from Myles Garrett. He will be running for his life. Because Myles Garrett is a lot faster than what people realize. Myles Garrett is really him. That's not even being a Browns fan. If he was on any team, he would be him. You talk about people being generational. His talent might be some of the only talent that's like, because he's the only one like him in the generation that he came in. Schlesinger, you know what? Schlesinger, I hated on Schlesinger when we drafted him because I didn't know much about him. But then I look back and I watched him in Cal and I see he has that AJ Hawk, Brian Urlacher type of feel to him, but just a thinner frame. He's looking to hit somebody. He's a east to west, cover the field type of guy. He's going to give you, you know who he reminds me of movement wise, and people are going to say that it's overhyped to me, but it's not. It's really like almost like a Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis wasn't the fastest guy on the field, but his anticipation, ability to see where the play was going to develop into and get there and get after the football was amazing. And that's what I see in Schlesinger as long as he stays healthy. But we'll see what happens. But we'll talk about more of that on Sunday on the live reaction because the Browns game will be over and hopefully we'll be celebrating a dub. Big Cleveland in the building. Boo. Down with the flock. I'm just saying, I'm not hating. You know, I got to be real. Let's see. One more before we get out of here. I told you the Browns needed a linebacker. They could run sideline to sideline and could tackle well a long time ago when I said Lamar can be beat. Remember that? You did. You said that. You said Lamar can be beat. And Schlesinger might be the answer to the problem. So if that's what I said, like I said, the defense, it won't be the problem on Sunday. It'll be, can the offense keep up if the defense starts to pop a leak? And, you know, because it's not just Lamar you got to worry about. Henry, Andrews, Likely's coming back. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, DeAndre Hopkins. Don't knock DeAndre Hopkins because he's the third option, fourth option. You don't think about him until he's going like this in the end zone. So let's keep that in mind. Make sure y'all subscribe, share, tell everybody to pull up so that way we can have more of these discussions. I'll be live next week. I want to show love again to an underground artist from Cincinnati. I'm just rocking with it. You know, y'all gotta rock with it too. My main man, Lefty Jency, he is amazing. He's an amazing young man. I really want to get his. I have a lot of his new music, but I can't put it out there because it's not my music to put out. But I'm gonna put out the music that he has out there. Shout out to Left Jency. He gonna let us ride out. I appreciate y'all for showing up. So I say always, like I say, and I always say, and I will always say, be good or be good at it. Till next time.
But you can't even show 10. They said that left so cold. Everywhere he go get snowed in. They got me up on stage, cause I'm the greatest showman. I don't got no belt, but proud of this shit is my leather. Me and I used to be connected, now it ain't no tether. Why you out here claiming Mason? You are not Margella. Niggas can't hear what I'm saying. You need to go learn letters. I push this weight and I do it. This shit like feathers. I mind my craft about this shit. Play you sent to the nether. The reason your bitch came to me, cause she said I do better. The reason your bitch came to me, she said I get a wetter. Huh? Yeah, it's funny, ain't it? Why do fuck niggas do fuck shit? I can't explain it. They told me I'm gon' lead chainless, he gon' lead brainless. Ain't can't no nigga touch me, so I'm gon' lead stainless. I'ma just let this shit do what it do. I got a big ass gun, this shit go do. Why niggas jumping up like kangaroos? I swear all that shit was fake, it was all a ruse. My friends don't like me no more, they say I'm a jerk. Like how you gon' hate on a nigga that's hard, young and turn. They mad that I can, but they can't make none of these bitches twerk. I send my killers to the shadows to see everywhere you lurk. You said you was hard, you gon' have to show them. All that flexing by the band, but you can't even show 10. They said that left so cold, everywhere he go get snowed in. They got me up on stage, cause I'm the greatest showman.